Hello, everyone. This is Running on Empty food review. No, also enjoy the Tokyo rain here. No, I thought I kind of do kind of a video like that. Just like a weekly, I don't know if I want to do it weekly because quite frankly, my week isn't that interesting. But I'm sure, with my new job, I'm sure everyone wants to know. Not really, but yeah, so today oh, 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 yeah. So I got about $4 in tips. Like, wow, John, that's a lot. Well, doing stupid voices for people really makes them happy. You know, you bust out a, ah, gosh, welcome to Subway. I'm so glad you're here. Or, something like that. I see there's a sandwich called the Boss. There should be one called the Don, Teflon Don. Um, but people like the impressions. They coming in for, whatever reason, their breaks or whatever, and they're probably, stressed out. And you got some goofball make doing voices for them, and you know, or they come in, it's during rush hour, and I'm the only one there, and they're like, you know what, this guy's busting his ass. But today, oh boy, yikes, am I right? So I go in, pretty much. So I would say out of we didn't get 100 people, but just say out of 100, right? Just say we had 100 people. Out of 100 people, we only served about 20% because the card machine was down. Our card machine acts up all the time, and when it happens, it's like cash only. But then if they're brave enough to say, "Oh, well, cash only is fine," then it's like, "Okay, well, so we don't have wheat bread, we don't have mayonnaise." Yes, I know. 95% of the subs have mayonnaise. No mayonnaise. None. And we didn't get mayonnaise to a little bit before I left. And it's every week, it seems. I don't know why. I was like, okay, so we don't have wheat bread, we don't have pickles, we don't have oil, we don't have uh, provolone, we don't have mayo. I think we said mayo. We don't have tuna. A lot of people come in, like the elderly ones, to get tuna. We didn't have any tuna. It's not like it wasn't prepped. No, we just don't have it. One guy came in, and I told him everything. Also, the soda machine's still down. 3 weeks. We're still waiting on the ice machine to start to get fixed. But the guy came in, and I told him everything we don't have, and he's like, if you don't have anything, you should shut the store down, or close it down for the day. I'm like, it's like, why are you even open? I'm like, because we have to be. He's like, oh, you could you could close it. Why open if you don't have shit? Like, thanks, come again. Um, but yeah, and this is a regular thing. Especially, it makes it easy during rush hour because most people during rush hour are paying with their cards. So if you have a whole group of people, you have like 6, 7, 8 people waiting for subs, you just say cash only. More than half of them walk out, and it'll go from 6, 7 people to like 2 people. And it's like, okay, this is easier to deal with. And then we had like the DoorDash ones where it's like, oh, hey, look, they ordered something, and it's all the stuff that we don't have. Like, one person ordered that veggie delight, and all they wanted on it was all they wanted was pickles. Of all the veggies you could choose to make into a sandwich, she chose the thing we didn't have. So, I mean, why would you want to sub with just pickles? And that was it, just pickles. No lettuce, tomato, onion, cucumber, banana peppers, olives, jalapenos, spinach, tomatoes. No, just pickles. just pickles or avocado. I hope it's from Mexico. But of all things to choose, it's like pickles. Can't you just like do that at your own house and just cheaper? I mean, pickles, a jar of pickles is not that expensive. And you can buy a whole big thing of like, the same kind of bread for what, $5? Just make your own if you want just nothing but pickles on it. But yeah, a lot of the stuff is like, oh yeah, oh boy, we have like 2 orders and they both because the ticket will come out and it'll have 1 order and then I'll have another order depending on how many. It's like, oh boy, they want tuna. Oh, what was it? Tuesday? Oh, Tuesday, yeah. Tuesday, I was getting ready to was ready to get off, and these old women came in and wanted to know if they could get 100 subs. We don't even have that much bread. At any given time, we don't have that much bread. So the guy who was there is just like, it'd just be easier to make your own. For cheap, it'd be cheaper too. But like 100 subs, it was basically ham. But we didn't have enough ham for that. 2, we wouldn't have enough cheese for that. 3, we don't have enough bread for that, even though they're all cut in half. I mean, I think when he came in, it was a few trays left of each. There's like 5 on each, so we wouldn't have even been able to make 100, and we would have had to make more bread, which you have to put into the thing for like an hour for it to rise, and then you got to bake it for like 20 minutes or so. So you're looking at an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, because then you take it out and you got to let it rest. Otherwise, you can't serve it because it's still going to be a little soft. You got to wait for it. So you're looking at 2 hours. So just make your own. And especially if you want nothing but pickles on it. But this is kind of the normal thing for me. I go in, we don't have the things we need. I get there, the slicer is dirty. Things aren't prepped. I go in, there's a garbage can that didn't have a lining in it. I was like, come on. I go in, cookies aren't made, so I had to make cookies. Luckily today I didn't have to waste anything. The other day I had to waste out like 5 of the garlic Italian urban cheese because I underestimated that oven. So you put when you make it, you put the water, and then you put into the little thing that's got the herbs and spices and all that, and then you put in the oven, or the where it could rise. And then you put it in the oven. Once it rises enough, you put it in the oven, and then you take it out and you put the cheese on, and then you put it back in. Well, I went to that part, and I had the cheese on, and then I had 2 people come in. I'm like, okay, well, it should be fine. It wasn't fine. It was dark. I've still got 1 left over, because like I said, it was like 5 of them. So you waste them out. And basically, they're like, yeah, you can either take it home or throw it away. Well, I'm not going to throw it away. It's perfectly good bread, but because it's darker, way darker than they'll allow, you have no choice but to waste it. If you make Italian urban cheese and somehow forget to add the cheese, guess what? You got to throw them out or waste them out. And then either you take them home or you throw them in the garbage. But I had like 5. They were darker, much darker than they should have been. And but that was my fault, because like I said, it was 2 people and they weren't getting a lot. It was like, I think they both got like easy subs, and I think I put them both in at the same time into the oven. But the bake was baking so fast because it was like the top rack. So that cheese and the bread fast. So I was like, oh, can't serve this. There was ones that were similar, but they were light enough in color to where, you know, you can kind of pass with it. I noticed the other guy when he came in, he was using them, and it's like, excellent. But these ones, they were way too noticeable, and I'm like, okay, I'll just take them home then. Um, was it last week or the week before? It happened with cookies. I was in the back doing the dishes, and there was the two girls. There was my manager and another girl, and no one was watching cookies. And then the raspberry, the chocolate, the white chip raspberry ones, those got a little darker. Even if they get a little dark, not like burnt, just darker then you have to waste them out. So those and the macadamia nut ones. So I took home a 2 dozen cookies because they were darker and they weren't able to serve them. The other day I had to waste out a few chocolate chip. I put them in the oven, and then I don't know how the hell this happens, but like all the other cookies on the tray were fine, but then these 4 cookies were like they were collapsed in on themselves and like breaking apart. When you put them in, they're like you know, you buy frozen stuff. It's like together, and you put it on the tray, and then that's what it was. Like, how the hell does it break apart? How does it break apart? There's nothing in there to break it apart, but no, it was like broken apart. So I had to waste 4 of those out, which that's fine. I got to eat some chocolate chip cookies. But yeah, that stuff doesn't happen. Like today, that Veggie Delight, the girl, I was like, so did you want to use the bread for something for yourself? Or she's like, oh no, you can go ahead. So I went ahead and put a little pepperoni, a little salami, some lettuce, some onion, some of that garlic aioli, because that shit is good. And yeah, I had my little lunch. Very seldom do I actually get to, 1, eat while I'm there, and 2, have a meal that isn't ramen. I mean, we get an employee discount, but, you know, I prefer not to have to waste money on it. People came in today, they ordered 3 subs, and their total turned out to be like $41 for 3 subs. And I'm like, jeez. But one of them was the, I think it's the Beast, which is basically every meat we have. So salami, ham, pepperoni, turkey, chicken, roast beef, steak. I think the chicken you can either choose the rotisserie or the just the other one. But yeah, it's called the Beast. I think it's basically every meat there. So it's pretty expensive. But then the guy used a coupon and it got it down to like, so from like $41 to like 30 something or 35 or something like that. I think it's only like a $6.99 thing. So yeah, it's like $34 or $35 it went down to. But it's expensive. Not as expensive apparently KFC, like one drumstick is apparently like $5. Good thing I don't go to KFC. But that's the problem, and especially with people with minimum wage, that's going to happen more and more. I mean, right now they're doing it because they know they can, but people keep asking for higher minimum wage. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have simple things like a turkey or a chicken, like a piece of chicken, and just one piece is going to be like $5. You're going to go to a fast food place where a sandwich by itself used to be like $4, and you're going to have to pay like $12, $13 for it. So what is it? We're starting to do those nacho things, which is so stupid. You use the little bags of like Doritos, and there's like nothing in there. And then you have this foot-long thing, like a little thing where you have to fill it. Most of them are broken. It's like, what? We also have hot honey. I don't know everyone's big thing with hot honey now. It's kind of like sriracha for a while. It's like, oh my god, sriracha. Now it's hot honey. So I don't know the big deal. It's not that great. I mean, it's sweet and spicy, but it's like when I lived in Texas, people were flipping their crap for breakfast burritos. Like, it's just a breakfast burrito. Stop acting like it's some divine creation from God. It's not. It's a freaking breakfast burrito. You got your hash browns, you got your bacon, you got your eggs, and maybe a little bit of hot honey in there. But they're like, "Oh, John, what kind of breakfast burritos do you like?" I'm like, "I don't eat those." It's like, it's not a big deal, guys. Not a big deal. You know? It's a breakfast burrito. It's not a big deal. Uh how dare you not how dare you not eat the breakfast burrito? Don't you know that's what Jesus died for? He died so we could all eat breakfast burritos. Okay. Sorry, Jesus, you died for nothing. At least for me. Because I'm not eating your breakfast burritos. But yeah, it's going good. It's good. Apparently so good that my manager was like, "Yeah, I brag about you to the district manager." I'm like, "Wow. I must have some stiff competition. If of all the employees you have, you're bragging about me. I'm just so special." But I just do what I can. I go in, I'm the opener, so I go in, count the register, and my counting's always on point. I slice the meat, start the cookies if we need it, do the bread, start dishes if they need to be done. Prep anything that I need to. And make sure the tea is done, make sure the sodas are stocked, and make sure we're all open by 9 o'clock. So I got to do all of that within 30 minutes. And then if you go in and there's something wrong with the register, or rather, you're looking at the person who was there the night before and there's, discrepancies between what you're counting, what they got, it's usually them. It's usually them. At least in my case, it's usually, actually, no, it is them. It is them. I don't know how theirs differentiate from mine, but I'll always get what we're supposed to, or just like a few cents off. Well, theirs is like, what the hell happened here, guys? What the hell happened? So, I'm amazing. I'm so good. Soon I'll be owning the entire chain across the nation. I don't want to do that. I'm perfectly fine being a grunt. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm sure you all wanted to know. No, you didn't. But that's a great thing about this channel. It's my channel. I can do whatever I want. So, there's that. There's that. But a store where 95% of things have mayonnaise on them and we didn't have mayo. And this is the third week in a row where we didn't have mayo. It's just like we're getting less and less of it, to the point where the girl had to run to the store, the other store across town, just to get mayo and pickles from there. We're also like the only store where the card machine just doesn't want to work most of the time. But again, during rush hour, if you have 7 people, you say cash only, more than half of them are walking out. And then if you're like most situations for us where you don't have certain things, and you say, okay, well, we don't have this, and this, and the other 2 walk out. And then you go from 7 people to no people. All because either the card machine's not working, or you have, you don't have something that they wanted, like mayo. Like, people will legitimately walk out just because there's no mayo. We have so many other options. And people are on breaks, and you'll have break rooms, like every break room, people's homes. you're bound like I was working as CNA. We had mayo in the break room. Like whatever break room it is, you'll find mayo. It's just common condiment. But if they don't have mayo, they just like, oh, what do you mean you don't have mayo? Yep, sorry. Sorry, guy. Yeah, sorry, buddy. We don't have any mayo for you today. Sorry about that, friend. Ah, don't be sad, guy. Anyway. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. That's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.